The world's most populous nation is embarking on a landmark exercise, a first fully digital census 2027. The process began on April 1st, 2026. For the first time, Indians will have the option for getting themselves listed online. This makes the process faster, more accurate, and citizen-friendly. But what exactly is Census 2027? How does this new process work? Why is this important for you? Hi, I'm Chandani Jain, and in this special report, we break down everything that every Indian citizen must know. From self-enumeration to data privacy and key timelines, here's a simple guide to India's biggest population exercise. So let's understand the meaning of this significant exercise first. A census is the official count of every citizen living in the country. It collects details like age, gender, education, occupation, housing, economic status. In India, it is conducted once every 10 years under the Census Act 1948. Scheduled to be held in 2021, the process is already 6 years late.
की जनगणना संघ का विषय है, लेकिन इसमें राज्य एवं संघ शासित प्रदेशों की भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका होती है। राज्य एवं संघ शासित प्रदेश की पूरी प्रशासनिक मशीनरी इसमें शामिल होती है और फील्ड का कार्य संपन्न उनके द्वारा होता है। पिछली जनगणना 2011 में हुई थी और अभी वर्तमान जनगणना 2027 आधुनिक काल में जब जनगणना की यात्रा प्रारंभ हुई है 1872 पहली जनगणना, उससे 16वीं है और आज़ादी के बाद से 8वीं जनगणना है।
The census data helps the government plan welfare schemes, allocate resources, delimit constituencies, and shape policies. More than 11,000 crore budget is approved for Census 2027, covering honorarium, training, IT infrastructure, logistics, and other expenses. Around 31 lakh enumerators will conduct the data across the country. To ensure accuracy and manage the massive task efficiently, Census 2027 will be conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 is house listing and housing census. This process conducts information about housing conditions, household amenities, and assets such as vehicles, TV, computer, and internet access. Citizens can self-enumerate for 15 days in the web-based portal before the enumerators visit their homes. Phase 2, population enumeration. It captures individual details like name, age, gender, caste, religion, education, occupation, migration, and fertility information for married women. Snow-bound areas of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand will conduct Phase 2 in September 2026. Citizens can fill in their household details online through the official self-enumeration portal. After that, you choose your state or union territory and verify with an OTP. Fill in household details and submit. Then you receive a unique 11-digit self-enumeration ID to be shared with the enumerator during the house visit. Remember, self-enumeration is optional but recommended, as it ensures privacy, accuracy, and time savings. The portal is accessible only within India and stores data securely on government servers. Home Minister Amit Shah filed the self-enumeration form as Phase 1 of Census 2027 began nationwide. He said that the exercise will boost development and ensure schemes reach every citizen, urging people to cooperate with census officials. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also self-enumerated in Phase 1 and urged people to participate. The census isn't just about counting people, it's about understanding the nation. Right now, much of India's policy planning still relies on 2011 data, making updated numbers critical for accurate decisions. From welfare schemes to infrastructure, census data determines who gets what, where, and how much. It shapes everything from subsidies and housing to healthcare and education planning. But its impact goes beyond economics. Census data can redraw India's political map, influencing the number of seats in parliament and state assemblies, and even boosting women's representation under new reservation laws. The last census showed a nation on the move, from cycles to two-wheelers to cars, reflecting rising aspirations. Now, Census 2027 will answer a tougher question. Did that aspiration turn into reality, lasting progress? Did access become an opportunity? Did growth reach everyone or remain uneven? In that sense, Census 2027 is not just data collection, it's reality check on India's development story.